this not?
There we go.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Supercoach Insider. My name is Ben.
I'm Chris.
Chris is along for the ride.
I'm just here for the show today.
Chris, you can shut up.
I'm here to drink beer.
Your turn will come. We are having a little easy drinking sesh. Mountain Goat Hazy Pale Ale before our podcast.
I am impressed. I am very impressed. That's quite a decent little tinny here.
Yeah, here we go. Okay, so for those of you, like, subscribe, get all that funny business up on the YouTube. Please do keep sharing the love. SC Insider 100, you can find us Facebook, Twitter, and all the other platforms as well. We do release our podcast, the visual version. We're probably one of the only ones that actually do a video pod, so that way you can enjoy us any way you like.
Yeah.
So my week this week, it was a little bit indifferent. Now, Luke motherfucking Ryan.
Just for context, we found out literally 2 minutes ago that Luke Ryan's also scheduled to be out this week.
With calf soreness. He doesn't run enough.
This guy instantly gave me the finger. So he just gave me a bit of these ones, eh? The old M&M.
I had Callum Mills in my side all year, and after he got knocked out, I was like, oh, you can't bring in people that are knocked out. They're a risk. So what do? I bring in Luke Ryan out of nowhere. Also a risk. That's not good. And for Luke Ryan owners, you have held him for 1 week. Chances are you're probably going to have to hold him for 2. Lucky I've got Cozzy banking me that cash and getting me my anywhere from 20 to 100.
I mean, he's got good range on him, you know what I'm saying?
Great range. He has a real good standard deviation of...
It's so wide.
Yes.
Wow.
Okay, so I scored 2022. That was with with Grundy as my captain. So pretty happy with there. Let's have a look at my side. So I did slide back. I am now ranked 239th. I can't complain too much considering I was playing a rookie instead of Luke Ryan, so that one did hurt me. And my premiums that I brought in last week actually didn't do me very well either. So let's have a look at my team. What I did do last week is I went Lockie Neal and I went, who else was it? Dunkley. So I brought in Steele and Bontempelli, both of which I was sure would tear up. They did not. Not only did they not tear up, Steele is now going to be probably dropping about 50K, which hurts me deeply. Apparently, I didn't realize that you can't tackle the opposition when they don't have the ball. So Steele scored terribly. Plus, they were winning by so much, he pretty much left all the downhill skiers like Crouch just tear up, and good on them. So that hurts me a little bit, but that will hold me in good stead for the future. I think now I've got... McRae, Steele, Walsh, Bontempelli, Oliver. So I've got a really strong midfield bulk. And after that, I'm kind of looking for some depth and some cheaper options coming up. Now, my issue this week, Luke Ryan, I'm probably going to have to hold him because I've got Cozzy. Cozzy's not getting dropped. Did pretty well again on the weekend. So I think I need to hold the Luke Ryan train. I need to upgrade. Now, Scott apparently was injured. He's been cleared by a post, someone saying that he spoke to him. I don't know how good that information is. It's a tweet. So I'm assuming Scott's okay, good to go. Waterman, I don't hold him much good stead. Apparently Henry could come back. Wouldn't that really like F me over if Henry started getting like 80s?
I think Henry comes back this week.
I know, and instantly he'll play more games than Waterman. No, actually, yeah, he probably will play more games than Waterman this year. So look,
see how that goes. There's a bit to play out yet.
Yeah, really happy with McCreary chipping away there. So he's tackling heaps. I don't see him getting dropped. I think 9 tackles, so happy with him.
Yep.
Now, here's my problem, because I knew Dusty, a lot of people weren't having Dusty, so I was like, hey, I can easily run with an extra forward this week, and I'll bring in another forward. So for this trading round, I'll bring in a forward. The issue is Rowe, I think, could be dropped. He's a big concern for me. Tex Walker, also a concern for the Tex owners in the world. I share you. I feel your pain. We'll get into that in the podcast. I'm looking at holding him for at least a week. I think the showdown, he'll be really there. I want to see him a little bit more in depth. I want to watch them a bit more in context as well with who's Thilthorpe?
Yep.
I want to see if he's impacting his role a little bit, whether they're going to him like a 50-50 split, so whether that's going to hurt Tex. Tex will probably drop 15K if he goes a 90. I think that's in his scope.
Afford, like, regardless of what happens, you can afford to hold him this week.
Yep.
But it kind of means that you're forced into a trade next week, regardless of what if he doesn't score well, of course.
Yeah, if he doesn't score well. So that's an issue I'm having. Plus, I like my team much better at the moment if I have an extra rookie off the field. So I think, Rowe's going to be dropping money anyway. So it's like, do you lose, 15 to 20 on Rowe or, 15 to 20 on Walker? obviously you're better off just playing Tex. So that's my opinion. Now, Jordan, loving life, 91. So my rookies did quite well.
Sorry.
My premiums did pretty well considering they didn't really set the world on fire. Walsh, though, absolutely killing it. Walsh scored twice the amount of points as Cripps, 65 to a 130, which is absolutely ridiculous. So
Walsh
really happy.
was unbelievable this week. Can't wait to get him on the pod.
He is unbelievable. So really, really good news there. Now, interesting, I am concerned with Berry. Brockman should come back and play. So I'm pretty happy with all my rookies here. The big one for me is real simple. Chapman needs to go. Turns out he's having scans or seeing a specialist about his shoulder. So for me, Chapman goes, and we're going to be bringing in the one and only Frederick. Now, yes, I am a little bit concerned with his job security in some aspects. He's played really well. Now, Jones is meant to be coming back, I think, in 2 to 3 weeks. So even if Frederick plays 2 weeks, he's still making 100K.
You got to remember though, that is Jones coming straight back?
Straight back, or is he playing?
AFL,
yeah, or is he going back into the Sandful?
You'd have to say that he probably goes back into the Sandful, has
Yep.
a couple of games there, and then works his way back into the AFL.
That's what I'm hoping. Frederick was definitely impressive. I watched him quite a lot, and he seemed to provide some good options. From just not when the ball's in his vicinity, but from sitting at the Gabba and actually watching it.
Watching him on the spread?
On the spread, yeah. So I was quite impressed. So for me, Frederick, I think it's an easy decision. He's someone you can have on field, and he's going to make you 100K plus in 2 weeks. So there's not too much downside. If he's named this week, I think you just throw him in there. Hopefully Highmore plays. Now, probably one of our most liked tweets this year. Highmore on the cash cow list is literally an insult to me every single week. The cash that we don't have, it's there every week on the cash cow. Highmore's like ranked 1 or 2 each week, and it hurts my feelings.
Well, I'm sure we'll get into a little bit more on the pod, but Highmore was again best on ground in the VFL this week with over 30 disposals, won the best on ground medal for the day.
But when you win by 10 goals plus, how do you change your team?
Look, it's an issue.
Yeah.
But look, if they're going to make changes, it'd be hard. It'd be stiff not to have him in there now. I don't know.
Stiff.
It would be a little bit stiff, but we'll have to see how they shape up moving into this week. But I'm again hopeful, but not optimistic. I wouldn't be banking on Highmore to avoid a donut this week. That's what I wouldn't be doing. And but the Saints do play Saturday.
Yeah,
So
we'll find out early. And also, apparently, Thursday night teams might be coming back. I don't think they'll release them all tomorrow because I think it's short notice. But word from the CEOs, etc., today is they're all for it. And
I think they could.
I think they could. They just
Here's
tell
the
everyone.
thing: teams know.
Yeah, they know.
By Thursday, they know. They get and they've told their players, what their lineup's going to be. Like, it's not like it's a surprise to them. They've been doing the same thing for.
It's like when a girl's like, "Oh, I don't know." I'm like, "You know."
Yeah.
Like
only reason,
just tell us.
Obviously, it just allows more flexibility, but they have the flexibility anyway. And they can change emergencies as well. Like the AFL allows emergencies to be changed if required, like for a specific reason. Like if you have a reason to do it, you can even change your emergencies. So it makes no sense to not in the AFL where they have the ability to. So I'm glad they do, but I mean, I don't know. It's a bit strange.
So my strategy for my team, for MP as well, had a really good dream team, butchered it a little bit this week, so that's understandable. Warner I'm going to hold for now anyway. I think he'll be good buy-wise. I think you need as many playing rookies, the ones that are guaranteed to kind of be playing week in and week out. Now, Goulden is dropping, and it's not a great scenario, right? His break-even's 86, so he's predicted to drop another 11,000.
However,
it is an issue, but he should stabilise. His break-even should stabilise, and he should sit in that high 200s anyway. So I think he's worth kind of keeping, hoping he has another big round coming up.
If you look, this is the highest his break-even will be. It'll actually normalise after this week, and then he won't be really losing any cash. Like he might lose a little bit more, but that's about it. So, worst case scenario is if he doesn't hit his break-even this week, which he may not, you're probably only losing 10, maybe 15K. And then he'll just stabilise. So
and then
he has a 30, which drops cash again. But the likely scenario is he probably has a 60 or a 70 or an 80 or something like that, and then starts to make money back. I would much rather prefer to have Errol on my field with the potential of going 140 rather than a forward rookie or similar. So.
And not only that, his base, he's only gone really under, 50 once.
Yeah,
he's someone you can kind of just sit there when you have a look at his scores.
Even his bad scores, 68 and 66.
Yeah.
I mean, I take them any day of the week over a lot of the rookie scoring that we've had this year. 74, and then this week was, a 54. I mean, look, it's not amazing, But if your second worst score is 54, you're going all right as a rook. So I'm not really upset about that.
And all the rookies have that anyway. So Jordan can go high or low. Scott as well. Scott, he's knocked out some good scores lately, but he also is prone to throwing a 20. So I need to fix up my forward line. My strategy, I'm going to try and keep Flynn. Hopefully he plays. I want him to get one more game in there to kick over that 300,000 because downgrading him and trying to bank 200,000 is going to a premium. So at the moment, if I downgrade, now you kind of half get there. So I want him to play one more. Plus, I have other issues on my team. For me, I think Rowe is the other one. I was looking at Tex, but I'm not sidewaysing all the time. I need to get a rookie off field. Tex is still a premium. I'd much rather play Tex than play Rowe. And the Tex on a bad week got 40. Rowe on a good week got 36. So for me, I think I'm going Rowe here. I've got 516k to play with. And the easiest solution for me is I'm probably looking at bringing in the Dane Zorko. Now, this is twofold. Number one, they're playing at the Gabba this week. They play the Suns not long after that. He is scoring well. He had quite a few centre bounces. He is also in a top 8 side. So unlike Sidebottom, I think he still needs to keep pushing on and trying to score well. And hashtag double blessed to the Dane Zork.
He is double. It's actually a week too late, might I add.
No.
He brought in the Zork train. But
it's not a week late. He only went up 2,000.
He sent us a specific message, and you need to respect that specific message.
And now it's
hashtag blessed.
We are double blessing the Dane Zorko. He's not blessed until he's in my side.
Oh, okay.
And that's why you all need to jump on. Dane Zorko is now in my side, which means he's going to start tailing up, has a high ceiling. And I think particularly on the back end of the year when they start pushing towards final, the Zork Master is definitely a must-have. And I'd rather have someone in a top 8 side who cares than side bottom in that shit heap of a rabble called Collingwood.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yep. And
I'm not disagreeing with you.
So that's it for that side of it today. When we have a look at the captains and VCs. So let me just scan out here quickly. This week for me, I am a little bit worried about Grundy this week because up against North, he should get a lot of the ball around the contest. So I'm not too concerned there. I'm leaning towards backing in the big Gawn this week. Now, I know he hurt a lot of people, but against Hickey, I think Gawn will be doing really well. It's also against Sydney, who's doing really well. They're a top 8 side, so I think it'll be a much more even contest. Gawn actually shared the ruck duties a lot more this week. He's 60% CBAs, and they gave Jackson 40% CBAs, which is huge for Jackson. I can't see that coming each week. I think they sort of went with that because they're playing North, and this week I think he'll be a bit more fresh and will towel the F up. And for me, I think there's enough time between those. I might go Grundy into Gawn. Not sure how I feel about... I might even VC Gawn and try and go into a McRae or something in case Gawn falters. That's my other option.
Yeah, McRae's an interesting one. And you've got McRae and Bont. One of them gets tagged this week.
Yeah, probably probably Bontempelli. The other option I actually considered was even going Steele against the Gold Coast. But into Gawn, but I think I'd rather go probably Grundy into Gawn on the short turnaround and just watch it closely. Yeah, plus the also thing to notice here is that you might not even have loopholes. Realistically, like mine, so Waterman's playing early, Highmore's playing early. A lot of these players, although I've got the best blessing in disguise, Luke Ryan. Ladies and gentlemen, Luke Ryan not playing, so I can VC loophole.
As well,
and Sharp is the other one.
Last game of the round. I've also got Tom Fullerton as well, so I got plenty, mate. I got loopholes coming out the wazoo. Well,
you're good then. But that's it for me. Next week, I am looking at hopefully if I can do a double down or just try and do one down, one ups at the moment. I'm eyeing off Titch now. That's probably next week. I can't turn him down for under 500k. A little bit ironic because I got rid of Josh Kelly and I'm thinking about bringing in Titch. Anyway, that's a story. I'm
thinking about bringing in Kelly, so I suppose we're having a bit of a...
and we made it 13 and a half minutes without actually talking about Josh Kelly.
I can't wait to talk about it. I'm going to smash that podcast with all Josh Kelly talk this afternoon.
Not happening. Anyway, that's me. Look, let us know. Like, comment, subscribe. Anyone that mentions Josh Kelly this week on any platform,
Josh Kelly,
you're going to be banned. 100% banned.
I like aeroplane jelly. Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
That's where I went with that.
You're going to be banned like... who bans a lot of people? Someone. Anyway, that's it. The bandwagon. That's it. Do not. Do not. And let me know if you're on the Zorka train with me. That's it. Catch you later.
Bye, guys.
Bye.